Hey there, another quick video on strawberries. Now I've got a few patches. One's in the front yard, the others are in the back, so the sun is different and the whole season of them are completely different. So these ones that are up here, I just cut them back. They're one of the first things to come up in early spring. I've got gladiolus coming up here now that need to be stabilized. The lilies are open. I've got herbs up here as well. They're getting very big. The leaves are. The berries are kind of hard. They're very small. You know, they're not big, juicy, plump like the first round that you get, or the first two rounds. So I cut these back and I'm going to separate them. I want to show you real quick how they can be separated. Because each plant, well, you'll start with something about the size of this. And over the years, they just double and triple and quadruple. So then you end up with big bunches like these. I don't know if you can see the roots of these here, but this was all one of these maybe 2 years back. Now I've separated these plants many times. This is my first strawberry patch that I ever had. I break it down every couple years, thin them out, throw some more in the back, and this one keeps going. So one of the tricks is to separate them. Now, as I said in a previous video on how to catch the runners, that you're supposed to get rid of the mother plant and keep the runners, which are the babies, and plant those every 3 or 4 years. Those are the gardening rules, or that's what they'll tell you. You know, generational tradition beliefs. But this, by doing this, you're sending these plants, by pulling them apart like this, you're making them think that they're babies again. You're sending them into a dormant state for them to come back in the spring as a whole new plant, a whole new life, okay, from the very beginning. So you don't have to destroy your mother plants. And if you catch your runners and do it the right way, then you'll end up with both. And this is one of the ways, is by separating your plant every 2 or 3 years, like I said. So because I only have one hand and I'm holding the camera with the other, I have one dug up and I'll demonstrate. And you know, I'll finish these when I finish this video here. But as you saw before, they're in bunches. You just dig them up. This was a small bunch. Dig them up, okay? And you can see the nodes on the bottoms of them. Like, here's one. I'm going to try to get them off of here without breaking them. Okay? Bam. See how easy that was? There it is. That's one plant. I can get at least 2 out of this. You can see how they go on the bottom. You know, they're just like bulbs, just like lilies or any other perennial bulb. Tulips, hyacinths, all that. They double. So there you go. There's those 2. Now that was the 3. That was on one, and there they are. 3 separate plants. 1, 2, 3. That's 3 friends you can make happy. 3 other plants that you can add to your patch. You know, you just have to be a little on top of your garden. Learn from experience. I mean, those tricks and tips are wonderful when you're an owner of strawberries, because you need to know. It's important to know maintenance and things like that. But you can also separate them like this, catch the runners differently. You know, cut them back. We're in mid-season, right? We're June. So these might even grow again, and I might get some very tiny ones like those guys before the winter comes, but they will be stable enough to come back in the spring like they should. So, you know, you don't always have to follow the rules. This is anarchy gardening at its best. Happy homesteading, folks.